Before we start the video, make sure to make me reach 20,000 subscribers before the end of 2018. If we can reach that count, I will be getting a tattoo of Linkssword123 tattooed on my body. It's going to be big, it's going to be crazy, and I just want to make you guys and girls help me reach the 20,000 subscribers before the end of this year. Help me, guys and girls. Ocarina of Time. Basically my favorite game of all time. The game that made me the boy that I am today, and a game that basically changed my whole look at video games. This was the very first game that I played, and was surely something that happened in me when I played that game. It's a game that I have been remembering since back in 2005 when I was playing this game first time. In this video I will be talking about my memories about this game that I had through the years up to this year in 2018, because I'm still playing this game and I'm still having such a fun time every time I'm playing this game. Well, the first thing I can talk about is when I got my first N64 console. There was a time back in 2005, I was really sick, I was home from school and I didn't know what to do. I haven't had any kind of gaming console before this. I was basically playing with Legos and that was it. I was just a normal child with no video games in the house. I was watching DVDs or VHS, and yeah, that was basically it. So my mom's friends got a boy and he got an N64, but he never used it anymore because he got bored, or I actually think he got a GameCube at the time. So they was trying to throw this N64 out because it was an old console in their eyes and they shouldn't use it anymore. But then they asked my mom about if we could get it, and my mom said yes, and we could actually trade the N64 for a bag of candy. So we got the N64 console really cheap. A bag of candy is like $3 or something here in Denmark, so it's nothing, man. Well, we got this console and it was a mess to set up with the TV, because me and my mom was totally new at video games and video game consoles, and we didn't know how to set up all of these things. I had an uncle at the time, which was IT supporter kind of thing, so he basically knew what's to do there, and he was setting up the console for us, and thanks to him, man, because now we got the console up running, and I got some few different games with this. I got an NBA game, I got GoldenEye 64, great game too, but I never played that a lot on the original console. And then we got Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time was surely my favorite also at the time, but it was really hard because that game had a lot of content in it. It had a huge story, so you needed to understand a bit of English to play around in this game. And at the time I was only 7 years old and I couldn't understand anything about this game because I couldn't read anything. I wanted to be Danish, but yeah, it was not possible at the time. Well, I was playing Ocarina of Time just alone. I was a bit scared of some of the cutscenes in the game. For example, the intro in Ocarina of Time where you see Ganondorf and we got some flames and Hyrule is burning and stuff like that. And I was really scared about this though. Anyways, I was playing some of the games, GoldenEye, NBA, stuff like that, but they never catched me. I didn't feel like the same way as I was feeling when I was playing Ocarina of Time, because Ocarina of Time was just my kind of game, right? So I was playing around in Kokiri Forest, and I couldn't do any progress in the game because, yeah, I couldn't understand anything of the things that all of these text boxes said. So my mom went in and she tried to help me a little bit. My mom understood a bit more English than me at the time, and she helped me through some of the different puzzles and stuff like that. We was getting the Kokiri sword and we was getting the shield, and we could enter the Digger tree, such on. Well, it was pretty funny because some of the best memories I got with this game is me and my mom playing this game night after night after night. Really, we have been we have had so many good times with this game because my mom went in this game and she was catched by it too. So she was really loving this game too, and it really took on our life at the time, man, because the first time I was playing Ocarina of Time, we didn't know anything about it. We have never heard the name Zelda or Ocarina of Time before, so we were really new to this game, and it was such a fun thing to try out the game together with my mom because I was so young, and we were having great times in each weekend and each night and stuff like that. We was eating in front of the TV just playing this game. Such a nice thing to remember, man. Seriously. Well, as I said before, there was no internet at the time too, so we were really needed to explore the game and try to talk to every kind of people we could find in Kakariko, the market town, Kiri Forest and stuff like that. And yeah, that took some time. I guess it took us around 4 years to complete the very first file in my Ocarina of Time game. So yeah, it took some time to complete, but it was really the time worth, because just the first time I was playing it, I got really deep into it because we explored so much. So I knew everything about the game, even in the first try I played this game, or the first 100% run I did about this game, if I can call it that. So it was really nice, but it could help us a little bit if we got some internet, some YouTube and stuff like that. At the time we didn't have any computers and stuff like that in my home, so we couldn't do anything, man. Well, my mom got into this game and she really tried to help me, and I'm really pleased about this because it was just like some good memories to have. I don't see my father also at the time. I was only together with my mom, and it really it created a great bond between me and my mom because we was together about something, and it's just fantastic to remember, really. Well, a lot of things can be said about this game and what I have been experiencing through the time I was playing through the game, but some of the things was, for example, the water temple. The water temple was surely some of the hardest parts in the game, man. And we could lower the water, and we were thinking, okay, we did some progress here, but we couldn't understand how to higher the water once again. So one weekend I was together with my grandmom. I was living down to her at her place. My mom actually figured out how to do this, and for some reason she just tried it out, and it's not that hard, but yeah, she managed to do that. And when I came home and I saw this, I was really hyped and I was really happy about this. And she told me that my teddy bear, a kangaroo I got at the time called Kingo, solved this puzzle instead of her. And I thought this damn kangaroo was alive, man, because Kingo, he did it, he solved the puzzle, right? It's weird, man, but it was kind of cute too, right? Well, also the fire arrows is a really needed item in the actual game, especially in Ganon's castle, because you need to shoot a torch from a long distance, or else you can't have it. Or else you don't have enough time to jump on a I guess it's like a block or something in the air to go further on in the little trial there. But we couldn't manage to get the fire arrows. We was really trying to open our heads and just figure out how to get these, but we couldn't understand anything about it. We was playing through each minigame just to see how much do we need to score to get the fire arrows. We was at the shooting gallery and stuff like that, but we never managed to get them. Well, at the time, at this point when we was really needing the fire arrows, we actually had a computer, and I was searching up the fire arrows together with my mom because you needed to translate some of the words that I'm trying to say here and how to get the fire arrows and stuff like that. And we actually found a video that showed us how to get these, and wow, man, the first time I used a walkthrough and it helped me, man. It's amazing, and it's something that I just remember because we were stuck in the game for some month here just because we couldn't find the fire arrows, for God's sake, man. Well, Also, once my bunny I got at the time called Tudeman in Danish, like cuddle man if I can translate it to English. He bite the controller cable over, and I got really sad over this because I couldn't play my favorite game. We only had one controller, and this seemed to be like the end of my life at the time because we couldn't buy any controllers. We was asking GameStop about controllers to N64, but they didn't have anything to it. So my mom actually fixed the cable. My mom had been a car replacer, if I can call it that. She was repairing cars at the time. And she knew something about cables and stuff like that, so she was actually repairing the cable so we could continue on the quest in Ocarina of Time. For God's sake, thank you, Mom. Really, man, it's sick. Well, another thing is I also saw a lot of different YouTube videos on the computer I got at the time back in 2007, I guess this was when we had the computer first time, and I saw some different videos about how to get the yellow tonic and how to get a white tonic, and I saw some different other videos with a player that had a black tonic and stuff like that, and I was really believing this. Wow, you can get the color tonics here, but there's only space enough for 3 color tonics in the actual game, so I didn't understood it, but I was really believing the hype about this. But later on, actually way many years after this, I realized that this was due to GameShark codes instead, and we never have had a GameShark code simulator for the actual N64 console, so I was just believing something that was truly fake. And wow, man, I just remember the good old times when I was watching these videos recorded with unregistered hypercam, and we was listening to this extreme metal running in the background just because, I don't know, it was hyped at the time. All of these really traditional YouTube background music that was running too and stuff like that. I really remember those times. We had an old HP, I guess that the computer was called, and I remember it was a really blocky one. It was still a laptop, but it was pretty big, man. So I just remember those times when I was searching up there, and it was really nice, man. I was also looking at different pictures from Ocarina of Time on Google, and I remember once I clicked on a picture and it was going into the site where the picture was, and it was actually porn, so my mom thought I was watching porn in the age of like 10 or something like that. But I didn't. It was just a little silly Ocarina of Time picture that I basically couldn't open. For God's sake, all of those memories about Ocarina of Time. I have many more I could tell you, but guys and girls, about, but damn, it would take the whole day just to tell them, man. But this was some of my really favorite and memorable mentions about Ocarina of Time. This game is surely a piece of art, really. It has a special place in my heart, and I can't get this game out of my life. I still got the action figures from the game that I have bought through the years of eBay, and I still got the game on my computer. I still got the original cartridge from the N64. I don't have the console anymore. It was basically broke in 2010 or something like that, sadly. And I still bought it on the Wii Virtual Console, and I also got it for GameCube. So I guess I'm basically pretty safe if I want to play Ocarina of Time, because I got so many copies of it, really. So I will say thank you so much for watching, guys and girls. I hope you enjoyed this kind of a different video, and if you want to see more gaming memory videos, make sure to write it in the comment section down below, and I will surely be uploading more of these kind of videos. I got Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess, Majora's Mask, and different other games that's not Zelda in the works. So stay tuned, and I see you in the next video, guys and girls. Have a nice day. Bye.